Hello, welcome to my channel. Last time we talked about users, how to create users, how to create multiple users, also how to create multiple users using CSV file. So today we'll be going to contact, how to create a single contact, how to create multiple contacts. However, before we go into that, I would just like to speak briefly on what a contact is. So a contact, also known as a mail contact. Uh, in Microsoft 365 Admin Center, it is called contact, but in the Exchange Admin Center, it is called mail contact. And these contacts can be created from the Admin Center and from the Exchange Admin Center. Also, you can create a contact using PowerShell. So, what is mail contact? Is a mail-enabled directory object that contains information about people or organization outside your Microsoft 365 organization or tenants. They also appear in your global address list. So why use contacts instead of mail user or guest user? Contacts are not licensed and cannot sign in into your tenants or your resources within the Microsoft 365 um, environment. So it is ideal for external partners, vendors, consultants who need to receive email but don't need access to any of the internal resources. And there is difference between guest user and mail contacts. And mail contacts is created from the Exchange Admin Center or Microsoft 365 Admin Center, while guest users can be created from Azure, SharePoint, or Teams. So common mistakes to avoid while creating contacts. So one, make sure you verify the external email address. Also, don't forget to add display name so that users in Outlook they don't get confused. And also, remember to document the purpose of that contact. That is where we have maybe you can add company profile information of that contact, and you can also add a mail tip for users that will be sending email in Outlook. That is, if you want users to have access to that contact. If you don't want users to have access to the contact, you might not need to add those information. So the last part, also don't assume users to be able to contact or log into your maybe Teams or SharePoint. A mail contact does not have access to any of those resources. So let's go back to our screen and create our contact. So the first thing is to add contact from the admin center. I believe you all know how to navigate down to where we are currently. So add contact, say test one, tested, then you can use test at main.u. So as mentioned earlier, if you want other users in the organization to have access to this contact, you don't need to check this. But if you just want to add this contact to a distribution list that you want to be sending email to, and you don't want users to have contact access to this contact in Outlook, then you can do what? You can check this option. So as mentioned earlier, also these mail tips. If you write anything here, when a user click on this user on Outlook to send email, you will receive the mail tips. Probably you can write, this is our Microsoft 365 sales personnel, or this is our HP vendor contact and others. Also, you can add the company information, and you can also add phone number and other details, so for users to have clarity on what the contact is about. But for this, we just put the necessary information, then we can click on add. So we have our user already. So that is how to create a single contact. On how to create multiple contacts, you click on this. Just the same way we have it when we are creating multiple users using CSV. So we download our CSV. Let's see, put it in downloads. I'll click on save. Okay, so we have it here. Click on open. It's still loading. So we can use test 3. So first name can be test 3, last name tested, for email address test 4 at me.u. So don't forget, when you are saving this file, we save it as CSV file, else you will not be able to import it. So we go to save locally to this PC. Okay, so we have it as CSV file already. We'll click on save. Yes. So we are replacing the existing one. Click on close. Then we'll click on browse from here. Add contacts. So we have our contacts added. You can see. So on the CSV, you can add as many contacts as you want to the CSV. All you have to do is just to import them here. So that is all on how to create both single and multiple contacts in Microsoft 365. Don't forget, you can also create this same contact as mail contact in Exchange. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on subscribe and click on the like button. Thank you. Next, we'll be talking about guest users.